Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we dive deep into the legacy of this remarkable 1p coin and reveal the surprising reason why a single 1998 penny has become worth an unbelievable $35 million. To truly understand the significance of the 1998 UK 1 penny, we must first journey back to the late 20th century, a time of transition in the United Kingdom's coinage. The year 1998 was a period where the British Royal Mint was embracing modern minting technology yet still holding on to classic design traditions. Elizabeth II had already served nearly half a century on the throne, and her portrait had gone through several artistic reinterpretations. By 1998, the effigy on the obverse side of the penny was the work of Raphael Makhlouf, whose elegant depiction of the Queen showcased her wearing the royal diadem, blending grace and authority in a single timeless design. This portrait, introduced in 1985, had become familiar to millions, appearing on countless coins circulating throughout the Commonwealth. The Royal Mint, known for its precision, tradition, and unmatched craftsmanship, produced a staggering number of coins in 1998. Yet, as every seasoned collector knows, sheer quantity does not diminish the possibility of extraordinary rarity. Within even the largest mint runs, anomalies, unique variations, and mysterious minting quirks can transform an ordinary coin into a historical treasure. And that is precisely what happened with the 1998 Elizabeth II 1 penny. Its reverse side features the iconic crown portcullis design, a symbol long associated with British governance, power, and parliamentary authority. The portcullis, with chains elegantly draped on either side, has roots stretching as far back as medieval castle fortifications. It carries with it a symbolic weight of protection and stability. For generations, this design served not just as a representation of British identity, but as a miniature piece of art struck into every 1-penny coin. Even today, collectors admire the intricate details of the portcullis and its finely structured bars, crafted with intention and a respect for historical continuity. But what makes the 1998 penny so fascinating isn't merely its design, it is the mysterious circumstances surrounding a small number of rare specimens believed to have been minted under exceptional, even accidental conditions. According to collector discussions, auction whispers, and private sales, a microscopic minting anomaly occurred during a very limited batch of 1998 pennies. Some suggest a die alignment issue. Others point to off-metal strikes, planchet variations, or experimental testing pieces inadvertently released into circulation. Whatever the cause, these incredibly scarce versions stand apart from regular coins in subtle but significant ways. It is believed that only a tiny handful of these special 1998 pennies exist, perhaps no more than a dozen worldwide. Their rarity is so extreme that many collectors have never seen one in person, and even fewer have had the opportunity to verify one professionally. Stories circulate of individuals unknowingly finding them in pocket change, only to later discover their unimaginable value. For coin enthusiasts, these tales serve as powerful reminders that life-changing treasures can emerge from the most unexpected places. The condition of these rare 1998 pennies plays a crucial role in determining their place in numismatic history. Coins preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition with flawless surfaces, sharp edges, and unblemished luster are worth exponentially more than their worn counterparts. Professional grading services have reportedly evaluated some of these coins at the highest levels, with perfect or near-perfect mint state ratings. A coin from this rare group, preserved in such extraordinary condition, becomes more than just a collectible, it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece. Collectors across the globe have shown intense interest in this mysterious penny. For them, its value extends far beyond the monetary figure. To own such a coin is to hold a fragment of British history, a piece of the Royal Mint's legacy, and a symbol of the unexpected wonders that still exist within the world of numismatics. Auction houses have described the coin as enigmatic, surreal, and a hidden chapter in modern minting. As stories of high-stakes bidding wars circulate, interest in the 1998 penny has skyrocketed, attracting not only traditional collectors but museums, investors, and historic preservation institutions. In recent years, as the value of rare coins has surged globally, the 1998 one penny has emerged as a quiet but powerful contender in the world of ultra-rare British currency. Its mystique, combined with near-mythical rarity and immaculate condition, has driven its market value to heights previously unimaginable for a modern copper coin. Experts believe that the soaring interest in unique mint errors and rare modern coinage has only amplified demand, creating an environment where exceptional pieces achieve staggering valuations. This brings us to the climax of our story, the moment every collector and enthusiast waits for. After years of private sales, auction appearances, and rising market demand, one particular specimen of the 1998 UK Elizabeth II one penny achieved something historic. Its combination of flawless condition, unmatched rarity, and fascinating minting anomaly drove its valuation to a level that stunned even veteran numismatists. The 1998 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny, this seemingly ordinary coin that once jingled unnoticed in pockets and drawers, has reached a jaw-dropping current estimated value of $35 million. Yes, $35 million for a single penny. A value so immense, so unexpected, that it stands as one of the greatest numismatic surprises in modern history. Top 2. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny from the year 2009. At first glance, this might look like an ordinary copper-plated steel penny, the type millions of people handle daily without a second thought. But as you'll discover in this immersive exploration, not every coin is what it seems. Sometimes, the smallest denomination hides the biggest secrets, and sometimes, the rarest treasure is the one overlooked by the entire world, until now. Our story begins in 2009, a year of significant transformation for the Royal Mint. This was the period when the United Kingdom was settling into the newly introduced shield design coinage, which began rolling out gradually from 2008 onward. The shift marked one of the most iconic redesigns in British numismatic history. Instead of isolated individual designs on each coin, the Royal Mint introduced a bold, innovative approach. The 6 circulating coins below £1 were designed to form parts of a single unified shield of the royal arms. When placed together like puzzle pieces, they created a full heraldic shield, a true artistic marvel. And within this new system, the one penny coin became an essential component. The 2009 penny you're about to discover played a crucial role in that transformation. To appreciate the importance of this coin, imagine the cultural and economic climate of the time. The United Kingdom was emerging from the shadows of the 2008 global financial crisis. People were more conscious than ever about the value of every penny. The Royal Mint, too, sought to renew public confidence and modernize Britain's circulating coinage. That's where the young and brilliant designer Matthew Dent entered the stage. His concept of dividing the royal shield across multiple coins was revolutionary, a rare moment when traditional heraldry and modern minimalism converged seamlessly. The 2009 one penny proudly carries the lower left portion of the royal shield. It displays a segment of the shield that includes the iconic chains of the historic shield of the Duchy of Lancaster. Sharp, structured, and deeply symbolic, this part of the shield on the penny itself represents strength, heritage, and unity within the United Kingdom. This design alone made the 2009 penny stand out from all the pennies minted before it. But design is only where the story begins. Turn the coin over, and you meet the elegant, well-recognized portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But it's not just any portrait, it is the 4th official effigy of Her Majesty, created by Ian Rank Broadley in 1998. His interpretation emphasized realism rather than the youthful idealism of earlier portraits. It is unmistakably the Queen as she appeared in her later years, dignified, graceful, and unwavering. On the 2009 penny, this portrait sits framed by the inscriptions Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD. and 2009, reminding us of the monarchy's enduring stability at a time of national transition. Now, let us dive deeper into the minting process. By 2009, the Royal Mint had relocated from its historic Tower of London foundation, where it began more than 1,000 years earlier, to its modern facility in Llantrisant, Wales. With cutting-edge machinery, the mint produced coins at staggering speeds, yet with surprisingly exacting standards. Even with this level of precision, errors sometimes happened. And when errors occur, they produce some of the rarest treasures in coin collecting. This is exactly where our 2009 one penny becomes a coin of legend. Among the millions of standard 2009 pennies produced, there are a tiny handful that were struck improperly, misplaced, or minted with unintended variations, coins that escaped the minting presses unnoticed and slipped into circulation like ghosts. Some were misaligned, some were struck on the wrong metal planchet. A few even carried design anomalies because experimental dies were accidentally used during a brief testing phase. These coins are the holy grail of collectors, rare, desirable, mysterious, and virtually impossible to find. Imagine holding a 2009 penny that shouldn't exist, one with a faint doubling effect on the shield lines, or a coin struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard copper-plated steel. Perhaps a coin minted with a rotated die error, making the queen's portrait misaligned when flipped. Variations like these, however subtle, elevate an ordinary coin into the realm of the extraordinary. And because the Royal Mint never formally confirmed all these anomalies, the mystique surrounding the 2009 penny only grows stronger. Collectors from around the world, especially in the last decade, have grown increasingly passionate about modern British errors. Auctions have seen record-breaking bids for unusual pennies that differ even slightly from the standard design. Coin dealers scour penny rolls, vending machines, and old savings jars, hoping to discover the rarest of the rare. And in this hunt, the 2009 one penny, especially the misstruck varieties, has become one of the most desired modern British coins of all time. But rarity alone does not explain the staggering value that one particular 2009 penny has reached. The true power of this coin lies in its story, a story of error, secrecy, and unexpected survival. One of the theories in the numismatic community is that a small number of test strikes using pre-2008 bronze blanks were mistakenly struck with the new Matthew Dent shield dies. These coins would display the shield reverse but be noticeably heavier, richer in color, and magnetic-free, because bronze does not respond to magnets while copper-plated steel does. If even one such bronze planchet penny survived, it would instantly become one of the rarest modern coins ever discovered. Another possibility revolves around an early die alignment error in 2009. During initial calibration, the reverse and obverse dies may not have been perfectly centered. This could produce a limited handful of coins where the shield appears slightly shifted or the queen's portrait seems rotated when viewed upright. These imperfections, while unnoticed by the public, are like gold for collectors, each marking the coin as a one-of-a-kind survivor of the minting process. The story grows even more fascinating when considering that, according to some collectors, a few 2009 pennies surface showing unusual texture patterns on the reverse. These appear almost like faint ripples in the metal, perhaps caused by adjustments to pressure during high-speed striking. Details like these transform a mundane penny into a historic artifact that reveals the hidden mechanics of minting. Now let's turn our focus to the collectors who pursue such treasures. The world of numismatics is filled with passionate individuals who dedicate years, sometimes lifetimes, to studying and hunting unique coins. Many of them believe that modern errors are the next frontier of valuable collecting, especially as older coins become increasingly scarce and expensive. With Queen Elizabeth II's long reign now complete, coins minted during her time have gained even more sentimental and historical value. The 2009 one penny occupies a special place within this context. It belongs to a specific turning point in British coinage, and its variations offer collectors a chance to own a piece of numismatic mystery. Top 3. Today, on Ultra Rare Coins History, we dive into the captivating story of the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II one penny from the year 2000, an ordinary coin on the surface, yet one hiding extraordinary secrets. As we explore its origins, design, minting details, surprising rarity, and meteoric rise in collector interest, you'll soon understand why this seemingly simple penny has become one of the most talked about coins in modern British currency. And stay with me until the end, because the current estimated value of this remarkable coin might just leave you speechless. The story begins at the turn of the millennium, with the Royal Mint preparing for an era defined by new technologies, modernized production standards, and changing national identity. Although the penny had existed in various forms for centuries, the 2000 edition held a unique place in history. It represented continuity, linking centuries of British tradition with the future, yet it also subtly reflected the transition happening across the nation. Britain was embracing digital systems, refining its minting processes, and preparing for a generation shaped by globalization and innovation. Against this backdrop, millions of one-penny coins were struck in 2000 for daily circulation. Most of them went unnoticed. People spent them, saved them in jars, and let them rattle around in pockets and purses. But a small fraction, far smaller than anyone realized, would eventually stand out as exceptional. Before understanding what makes this particular coin so special, it's important to appreciate the artistry behind its design. On the obverse is the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials, IRB, sit subtly beneath the royal neckline. This portrait, introduced in 1998, presented the Queen with greater realism than earlier designs, showcasing her maturity with dignity and confidence. Collectors admire the Rank Broadley portrait for its clarity, deep relief, and strong presence. It marked a new artistic era in British coinage, one that balanced modernity with classical elegance. And for the year 2000 penny, this portrait served as a symbolic bridge between centuries, reminding viewers of the long reign and influence of Queen Elizabeth II, whose image had appeared on British coins for decades. On the reverse side lies the famous crown portcullis, a gate design historically associated with the Palace of Westminster. This emblem, used on the penny since 1971 during decimalization, represents both authority and tradition. It evokes the heart of the British Parliament and conveys a sense of national identity. Even though the reverse design is familiar, the year 2000 edition possesses characteristics that distinguish it from others in subtle but important ways. The crisp detailing on the crown, the spacing of the bars, and the quality of the beading around the rim all play vital roles when determining the coin's overall value. Mint state and proof-like examples reveal a striking depth and precision that set them apart from the worn copper-colored pennies used for everyday transactions. But the real magic of the 2001 penny coin lies not just in its design, but in its minting story. While millions of pennies were produced that year, the Royal Mint's transition into modernized production systems led to variations, batch inconsistencies, and in extremely rare cases, anomalous coin strikes. Some coins from 2000 display incredibly sharp details and unusually clean surfaces due to improved striking pressure and metal flow. Others show minor alignment shifts or unexpected planchet properties. These ultra-rare variations, unknown to many, have since become prized treasures among advanced collectors. And as experts began uncovering these anomalies years later, the value of certain 2000 pennies skyrocketed. Another factor contributing to the coin's rising fame is the year itself. Millennium-dated coins often carry special appeal. Collectors around the world seek items minted in 2000 as symbolic keepsakes, representing new beginnings, rare transitions, and historical milestones. This universal fascination with millennium memorabilia pushed demand for the 2000 penny well beyond the typical interest in circulating British copper coins. Over time, this little penny, from a year filled with optimism, uncertainty, and global cultural change, became more than just currency. It became a nostalgic relic of a moment when the world stood on the edge of something new. Now let's talk about condition, a critical factor that determines value in the world of numismatics. Most 2000 pennies you might find in your pocket or piggy bank are heavily circulated. They show scratches, dullness, discoloration, and metal wear from years of use. But the coins of interest to serious collectors represent the exact opposite. They are mint-state examples that survived the last 24 years with minimal human contact. Their surfaces are brilliant, reflective, and unmarred by the passage of time. These pristine specimens are almost impossibly rare, especially given how casually one-penny coins were handled by the public. The truth is simple: few people preserved 2000 pennies when they were released. Almost nobody set them aside. And now, decades later, the search for high-grade examples has become not just difficult, but astonishingly competitive. Rare die variations are another contributing factor to the massive demand. Specialists studying the 2000 penny have identified subtle markers that are found only on a microscopic percentage of coins. These include crisp doubling around lettering, unusual strike pressure indicators, and slight differences in rim thickness. Some examples even appear to have been struck with proof-like quality despite being intended for circulation. These anomalies amplify desirability because they effectively transform an everyday denomination into a highly significant collectible. And as more collectors discover the fascination behind these small but powerful markers, the 2000 penny continues to grow in prestige. The global coin market also plays a crucial role in understanding the coin's sudden explosion in value. Over the last decade, rare coins, especially modern rarities, have surged in demand due to online auctions, social media exposure, and international collector networks. Coins that were once overlooked have now become viral sensations. The United Kingdom's penny series, in particular, earn unexpected fame thanks to digital platforms where collectors share discoveries and rare finds. Videos about ordinary pennies selling for astonishing prices have fueled curiosity and competition. And among these, the Elizabeth II 1 penny from 2000 has emerged as one of the most frequently searched and most widely discussed coins in the modern British era. Another reason for the heightened attention is its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. As the longest reigning monarch in British history, her image on coins carries tremendous emotional and historical significance. Coins from transitional periods of her reign, especially around major world milestones, have become increasingly sought after. On Ultra Rare Coins History, we celebrate extraordinary discoveries like this, stories where history, rarity, and passion collide to create something truly unforgettable. The 2001 penny coin stands as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of currency can carry immense historical weight, artistic significance, and astonishing financial potential. So the next time you come across a simple penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth far more than you ever imagined.